Hey yo! I don't know why my voice sounded like that, but hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Matt Diazabo coming at you with some new music reviews. Thank you for coming on by. If you're now just discovering me, I talk about music in the hardcore, punk, metal world, and everything that's under the sun. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, and comment down below. And just to give you a heads up, I'm running through a lot of my reviews really fast because I'm trying to catch up on reviews by the end of the year and try and cover as much material before it's too late so I can make my end year compilation coming up soon. So that out the way, today I am checking out the latest release from a band called MSPAINT with their newest EP called No Separation. Now, a little history about this band. I have always heard about this band in the hardcore world in the past couple of years, but I have never checked them out. So I'm really excited that I got to check them out because while doing some research on the band's history, I made some fun little discoveries about the band that I didn't know about that kind of make the review and my overall thoughts about this band a little bit more like, oh, it makes more sense. So if you don't know who this band is, MS Paint is formed back in about 2020, 2021. I'm not too sure. I know they dropped their first album in 2023 from the research I did here, but they are from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's a very small but very incredible active DIY scene, apparently, that's producing some very innovative and interesting punk and hardcore bands. MS Paint being one of them. And I didn't realize this, how interesting this band is or how different they were, because this band apparently doesn't have any guitars. Right? That's very unusual. And as I was listening to this EP, this band for the first time, midway through my like listening experience, I was like, I don't think there's any guitars in this band. I don't hear any of the typical electric string like instruments. After doing my little history check on them and everything, they don't have any guitars. They're led by simple synths, bass, and just vocals, and it makes so much more sense now. That's probably why they were able to grab everyone's attention when they first came out, with their fusion of hardcore energy with noise pop industrial elements, alt rap cadences, and 80s synth style tones. That summarizes the band up very nicely. They dropped their debut album back in 2023 called Post American, and I know that was like the buzz and talk of that time. I knew a lot of people were talking about MS Paint this, MS Paint that, and I was like, who is this band or group? I'll get around to it later. This is that later point. Doing my reviews, I can't skip over anything because it's important, because I want to make this my job. So I got to check out everybody. When I was just whatever about bands, I was like, I'll skip it, whatever. Now I'm like, no, Matt, you got to check them out because they mean something. People are talking about them. So this is me finally checking out this band. And so I want to talk about this EP, No Separation, so you get a sense of just what this band is bringing to the table. And so I can say the opening song here, Drift, sets the tone really quickly with some distorted bass, tight drums, and these very hypnotic, almost robotic textures that feel very hardcore, but they're fed through the like lens and the circuitry of hip hop. They're fusing this whole hip hop hardcore style very nicely here. This clean shouts from the main vocalist remind me a lot of Rage Against the Machine in terms of their clarity and just their overall intense like emotion behind them. There's a lot of range you can feel, but the distorted keys and dark synths really create a very dark atmosphere that push things into this very weird futuristic sound. As someone who's hearing MS Paint for the first time, this track instantly told me, yeah, this band is a little bit different. Like I said, I didn't realize they didn't have any guitars. I noticed that later on. I was like, whoa, now doing this review altogether, it's making more sense. Then you have the song Wildfire, which kind of ramps up the energy with very fuzzed out bass, faster drums. And while the synths are a little bit of a throwback to like 80s style glow and everything, the shouting vocals add a nice sharp and commanding feel to things. And the song's trippy midsection with its washed out vocals gives the track a very surprising psychedelic depth to it. It's very trippy. The synth tone is very addictive, and the bass keeps everything grounded, and the song hits both atmospherically and physically. It's a very catchy song because when I first heard it, I was like, all right, it's pretty good. but by the end of it, I was grooving to it nicely. So it really like latches on to you. Then you get the song Surveillance, which brings in some political edge with a clip about corporate control at the start. The vocals lean really hard into that calm, confrontational, Rage Against the Machine vibe again, supported by some low synths and some deep cracking bass tones. What's wild here is the absence of traditional guitars. It makes MS Paint sounds more distinctive. This is the song that I noticed. I was like, something's missing here. The guitars, they're not there. The synths and the bass become the riffs and the attitude and the melody all at once. The distorted screams toward the end of the song really add a nice punch to the song that it needed and just ends it very nicely. Then you have the title track here, No Separation, which continues this distorted industrial vibe. The synths feel very alive, like there's another vocalist here, and the drums are mixed in clean and very tightly. The use of both clean and distorted vocals gives this track this very cool dueling layered intensity that really stands out for this EP. As I listen to this band more and more, I'm really understanding why they have gotten so much hype since they came out. They're doing things that are very hardcore, but not hardcore. Hip hop, but not hip hop. And then you have the closing song, Angel, which surprises everything out with a very shifted mood, because here you have some softer keys, some simple bass, creating this very airy, almost serene tone with the vocals remaining very strong and present. The synths swirl and build and eventually just sharpen into this very repetitive, hard-hitting groove that closes the EP out on a high note. Even the small bit of auto-tune that is added on this song, it gives enough texture rather than being a distraction overall. So my closing thoughts on this EP, for being my first time listening to MS Paint, it's a very bold introduction to this band. They have the energy of hardcore to them, but it's also like channeling a lot of electronic distortion and synths that, you know, shouldn't work, but somehow they're able to make everything just kind of click together very nicely. The EP blends very futurism style punk urgency with political frustration, with dreamy atmosphere and raw vocals with very sleek production. I was really surprised at how clean everything sounds. It's very distinctive, it's memorable, and it just shows why MS Paint has been talked about and become one of the most important bands in the hardcore, in the underground, in the punk scene altogether. So my thoughts on this, blown away by how incredibly different this band is. Still can't believe that there are no guitars on this bad boy. Very impressive. So I gotta give this new EP from MS Paint a good and decent 8.5 out of 10. I hope my rambling wasn't too long. I hope you guys enjoyed what I was saying here. Like, subscribe, comment, give me some feedback about MS Paint, this new review style I got going on. And yeah, until next time, guys, see you in the pit.